Hello everyone, my name is Robert Banks, but you could call me Rob, and I'm here to offer you an opportunity you won't soon pass on. You see, us over at Runaway Roberts here have been putting together a little job, and we need your help with the getaway part. See, I don't know how things work where you come from, but here in the beautiful Villa City, traffic lights work a little different. See, we actually have to have someone in the traffic control room to monitor all the cars and make sure things are moving the way they're supposed to. That's where you come in. See, using a scale model of the city, we need you to mess with the lights to help us get away. Meanwhile, causing chaos and mayhem for anyone who might be fool enough to chase after. Not convinced? Well, why not tell you a little bit more about our values here at Runaway Robbers and show you what we've been working on? Walk with me. Now, when making this game, planning this heist, there were two things at the forefront of our process. Controller first and arcade style. You see, we wanted to create an experience you could play without ever looking at a screen. That's right, this whole heist can be done using only our custom-built controller. In fact, you might even say it looks like something out of an arcade. But don't take my word for it, let's take a look at the controller itself. This beauty is the core of Runaway Robbers, a combination of 31 high-quality arcade buttons controlling 25 intersections of traffic and the railroad, 14 meters of LED strips all showing a real-time map of traffic, a 3-foot by 3-foot square of 3D printed roads, and high-quality hand-painted models of some of our more eye-catching places of interest here in Villa City, all in a large wooden frame made from freshly cut pine shipped directly from the rolling hills of Idaho. To talk about the tech power in this baby, I'm going to turn you over to my associate, Cash Carabber.
We've got 31 LED buttons that all light up, and we have 14 LED strips that are all indexable. Each LED is indexable and controllable. It's a lot of lights. Within the controller, there are two controllers, an Arduino and a Teensy, which are both receiving information from the computer. We have a plugin for Unreal called Serial.com, which we can use to connect through through the serial ports in the computer directly to the Arduino, and then we just start sending byte information out. The Teensy is incredibly powerful. We are sending 2,000 bytes 10 times a second, which it is reading through, sorting through, and each package basically tells it what color to turn every single LED on the controller. Meanwhile, the Arduino is handling just the 31 button LEDs, and that's getting like 8 bytes or something 10 times a second. One of the biggest problems with the controller was how many buttons we were planning to put onto it. The project kept growing and growing and growing until we were planning to have 50 whatever buttons, 64 buttons on it, and we figured we were going to need something that could read it, just a whole bunch of inputs. Eventually we simplified the design until we were down to 31 buttons, but that was still a lot of buttons. We looked into multiplexing, but ultimately we decided on a keyboard, because a keyboard already has 108 native inputs. So what we decided to do is that we've got 31 buttons, and we have soldered the data pins of the buttons directly onto the underside of a mechanical keyboard, so each button directly correlates to a key press. This allowed us to very easily set up 31 buttons that all press keys, and then in Unreal, we just handle them as key press events.
Wow, that's incredible, Kashka, but it's not all about the hardware. I mentioned those hand-painted models earlier. In fact, each one of those mirrors an in-game counterpart spread throughout the city. Let's talk with one of our artists, Irina Redlight, now.
Right off the bat, we knew the game was going to be very fast-paced. It was going to be humorous, lighthearted, and we really wanted to put emphasis on the physical controller by the end of the project. So that presented an interesting challenge, that everything we do has to be very translatable into the physical space, and we decided it would be best if we do a low poly art styles that we can easily print out all the models that we make, paint them, just like really have them look exactly like they do in a game on our controller.
Now, we've talked a lot about the development of this job, but I'd like to finally show you a look into what it's like in the actual heist. We are definitely not getting that deposit back. Please tell me you handed in the insurance forms. Did the train derail again? That's the third time this month. Did it? It's hard to keep track. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you joining us for our next heist very soon. Before we go, I'd like to pass this off to a brief word to my sponsor, Billy and Ed, who we are definitely not in a large amount of debt to. Billy?
Thanks, Rob. From all of us at Runaway Robbers, we wanted to express our gratitude to the EAE program and especially our instructor, Ryan Bone, for letting us spend way more money than we were supposed to. Thanks for enabling us. Cheers. Oh, that's disgusting. And a special thanks to the whole team for all their long hours getting this massive undertaking accomplished. I couldn't be more proud. And of course, thank you, the player, for playing our game. We'll see you at GDC. Oh, that's still terrible. Why do I keep drinking this?